Real Madrid can sign whoever they want. I absolutely don't care. Just take a guess who said these words? That's right, it was Barcelona warrior Gavi. At a time when everyone is generating memes about how Real Madrid will demolish Barcelona, we have a totally different opinion and are on the verge of the creation of a new great Barcelona. We are not joking, guys. The football world is not ready for such an outcome, but today we are gonna tell you why Mbappe's move should frighten Madrid rather than the Catalans. So sit back and relax, and we are about to get started. Joan Laporta clearly mistreated Chavi, and he'll be remembered for his actions for a long time. But if you listen carefully to what the Barcelona president had to say regarding his controversial turnaround, then some of his arguments also seem to sound strong. Chavi told me that he trusted the team, but then some of his statements looked like he changed his speech. It caused me to rethink, and I had the feeling that I had to do a change. Also, with the same feeling shared with the board. Laporta shared. Then Joan continued. I started thinking of Flick as Barca manager since I rejoined the club. He started studying the team right after Xavi's announcement. All the reports we have on Flick were super positive. Deco and Boyan also had the same feeling. So, upon his return in 2021, Joan's number one option was Flick. But circumstances led to his inability to lure Hansi away from Germany job in the fall of 2021, actually forcing him to turn his attention to Chavi. Now everything has fallen into place. You see, the president has secured the services of the coach of his dreams and explained Xavi's dismissal by his lack of faith in the current roster. Indeed, the ex-Barca boss was sometimes too honest with journalists with his speech about the club's inability to compete against Real Madrid and other big teams financially being a fatal blow. Xavi intended to make another mini revolution this summer and even offload footballers like Lewandowski, Rafinha, Frankie and Araujo. At the same time, Barca's board disagreed with many of those decisions, and eventually a solution was found. It's easier to change the coach than to part ways with so many players. In contrast to Chavi, Hansi Flick began to study Barca's first team, Barca Athletic, and La Masia's youth teams back in February. In private conversations with Deco, the German manager praised the club's squad potential, claiming that this set of players is capable of fighting for all available trophies. Needless to say, he is the perfect candidate for Barca's board. Laporta and the Blaugrana board of directors also felt how much the gap between them and Real Madrid had grown over the past season. The Merengues won 3 out of 3 head-to-head meetings, with the total score of 9-4. One could say that Xavi has lost to Ancelotti fair and square, and this fact alone serves as a wake-up call. On top of that, there are the transfers of Mbappe, Endrick, and possibly Alphonso Davies and Lenny Yoro. Los Blancos has proven to be a financially healthy club, which might even compete for Haaland's signature in 2025. In order to compete with the strongest club in the world, you need a coach who is mentally prepared for an epic battle like this, and it's Flick that Barca has found its superhero. The German is highly motivated after a long break, having turned down offers from Chelsea and Bayern Munich. And by the way, it was his dream to work with the Spanish giants. In other words, Hansi will give his 200% at the job. The new manager considers discipline and fitness level to be one of the club's biggest weaknesses. Flick plans to introduce even more strict rules than Xavi had brought in and aims to turn Barca into a monster team just like he did at Bayern. Indeed, the coach has the material to achieve that. Plus, Barca are actively improving their coaching staff. So be prepared to see a Barcelona squad we won't recognize at all in the next season. It'll be a completely new Barca, strong, fast, and unpredictable. They will make Real Madrid and Ancelotti's life significantly more difficult, as they will also undergo a mini rebuild due to the transfers of Mbappe and Endrick. Ilkay Gündoğan's words the other day also proved that Barcelona and its supporters can expect to experience a whole new reality with the arrival of Flick. Around 80% of the success of the team depends on the coach. This is by no means a dig at Chavi, who has led the Catalans out of a deep crisis and brought trophies back to the Camp Nou. Ilkay was talking about his new life at the club and his faith in the new coach. After a trophyless season, Barca have to step up, and Hansi Flick is the right man who can provide a proper shock therapy for the players who are looking for that challenge. The first thing Hansi Flick did after joining Blaugrana was to stop all insinuations regarding the future of the team's leaders: Araujo, Frankie, Lewandowski, Pedri. All mentioned performers were linked to a potential departure from Barcelona camp, yet the German coach immediately stated that these players are the cornerstone of his project. Think of it as a positive moment for the club, which is still in a financial crisis. Now the players have the opportunity to calmly focus on preparing for the next season and test themselves under the strict physical requirements of the German coach. Basically, it's a new challenge for everyone, and for many, it could mean nothing but a career restart. Interestingly enough, after Flick's appointment, there were discussions around the revival of the best versions of Ter Stegen, Araujo, Koundé, Balde, Frankie, Pedri, and Lewandowski. Moreover, it's about new expectations from working with Ansu Fati and Vitor Roque, who can become real sensations in the new season. As for such beasts as Kubarsi, Gavi, Fermin, Yamal, and Rafinha, we expect to see even bigger progress from them. With everyone demanding incredible performances from Real Madrid, which will be the case, everyone is forgetting about the tremendous potential of the current Barcelona roster, and if Hansi Flick and his team finally bring its fitness level to the same level the Real Madrid roster has, their battle could take a totally different turn. Wake up, the sleeping monster! That's the main message Hansi Flick received from Joan Laporta, and it appears that the German is ready, since he has some great inspiration from the past. Barcelona are used to battling Real Madrid, and they are probably the only club in the world that knows how to beat the Whites, with or without the Galacticos policy. At the beginning of the 2000s, Florentino Perez assembled the first Galacticos roster at the Santiago Bernabéu. Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldo, Luis Figo, David Beckham, Roberto Carlos, Raúl, Casillas, and others. What a team it was! Mamma mia! However, at that time, Los Blancos managed to capture only one Champions League trophy. A while later, the whole world witnessed the impact of Galacticos 2.0 with Cristiano Ronaldo, Ramos, Modric, Benzema, Bale, and many others. These guys were more successful, taking 4 Champions League trophies. And here we have it, the updated version of Galacticos, Galacticos 3.0. Many call this particular generation the strongest of them all, since the Merengues have already won 2 Champions League Cups, even without Mbappe. However, only time will tell whether they will be able to find the necessary balance to keep the set success going or not. Despite that, Barcelona always had something to answer. At first, it was the magic of Ronaldinho, who destroyed Real Madrid at Bernabéu, won La Liga and the Champions League for Barca. Then the wizard was replaced by another phenomenon, Leo Messi, and well, you know the story of how the great Argentine, along with other La Masia pupils, shocked the whole world with their accomplishments. The transfers of Suarez and Neymar at one point significantly disrupted Madrid's dominance in La Liga and the Champions League scenes. As of this moment, Barca are following the same path, with a young superstar in its squad, Lamine Yamal. The first team is once again gradually building muscle, thanks to the incredible work of La Masia. In recent years alone, the Catalans have brought Gavi, Balde, Yamal, Fermin, and Kubarsi to the football world. Barca is a place where stars are made, that's for sure. Oh, if only Xavi Simons would return to Blaugrana ranks for at least a season, it would be amazing. Fortunately, there are even more impressive youngsters coming up. Actor Fort, Marc Guiu, Guille Fernandez, Marc Bernal, Marc Casado, Ebrima Tinkara, and many others. So you better be prepared. We have warned you. In times when Real Madrid reaches its peak form, Barcelona always revives its best version. It was the case at the peak of the Messi versus Ronaldo battle, and it will be the case in the new era. Lamine Yamal, Frankie, Chavi, and Pedri versus Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius, Rodrigo, and Bellingham. A coaching shake-up could be a risky move, but it could also mean an all-in game from Laporta, who got tired of waiting for his club to reach the next level. Back in 2019-20, Hansi Flick's Bayern Munich showed everyone how important teamwork can be, crushing star-studded rosters of Chelsea, Barcelona, as well as Paris Saint-Germain, led by Neymar and Kylian Mbappe. Therefore, perhaps we are just underestimating the genius of Joan Laporta, who got rid of the club's legend with a rough, surgical move in the name of a new epic battle against the Merengues. If Barca can stand up and actually beat Real, they can beat anyone. the stronger Real Madrid are, the stronger Barcelona are. It's like the Messi versus Ronaldo confrontation, where one motivates the other to grow. Again, friends, you never know what you're gonna get there, so be ready! We are on the eve of a grand football war. And don't say we didn't warn you. Folks, leave a like to this video if you enjoyed it and believe in Barcelona. Subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to visit our Fanatico channel, where we talk about the incredible Fermin Lopez, who is set to become one of the main stars of Euro 2024. Have a great time watching!